Yes.
We are live on the secret live stream.
Oh yeah.
Alright, which means we need to share it with the patrons.
Let
Live
me open my
now.
Patronus app.
T-Bomb R032.
Ah, fuck's sakes. Shit. Fuck.
Oh yeah?
I forgot what my login information is for Patronus.
Oh. Live stream of T-Bomb R for this week. If you can't make it live,
A network error occurred. What the fuck?
link above will take you to the archive. Thank you for being a patron. And
Quick question.
I think that goes out to the $2 peeps.
Well, I just got it. No, I just got someone has attempted to verify my information.
Hey, fun.
Yep.
Alright,
Okay,
now we need to put
Patronus.
it on Facebook, because we can't
Who did
ignore the Facebook peeps.
you send that email to, Patronus? What email address is it?
We need to put that on Twitter. Don't really use Tumblr anymore, because nobody cared. Alright, let's make sure we got this stuff shared. Do all of our social business.
Oh my fucking god.
The internet is awesome. Do I have this
So-
fan on me again?
I wouldn't mind. Like, to
Immediately.
be honest, this is actually great because they stopped me from logging in because I needed to verify the device. The very device which I signed up to our Patronus and to the BMF Patronus on
Right.
was on this fucking device. So I don't know why it's not letting me.
Yeah, that happened to me too, and I was like, hey guys, I own this page, so like, can you let me in?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Alright, well, oh, that's what I was gonna do. Let's see if we're live. Live.
God damn it, YouTube.
We're live.
I fucking hate my phone so much over the past couple of weeks. No, because I've hit that point where, like, it's a cheap phone. I deliberately got a cheap phone because I didn't want to pay a ridiculous amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is the storage space on it is very, very, very limited.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, I constantly have to reset built-in shit which keeps updating without my permission.
Oh god,
Back to
yeah.
their factory default shit so I can get more space. And, like... YouTube won't let me watch live stuff unless it's on the most updated version for reasons I don't know why.
That's awesome.
I updated Discord, for example, on May 30th.
Hey man, still works.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You ready to kick this thing off? Let's move
Yeah.
the microphone here in front of my actual face.
Let me just grab some punch.
Let's go.
I'm in a Thanksgiving spirit, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie, punch, Star Wars glass.
All the best Thanksgiving things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Come on, update. You're still not updated? Fine, fuck you, I won't watch our own stream live.
Goodbye.
Piece of shit. Knocked
Cool.
everything.
Hey. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Moonpir Boston Rebirth. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me as always in our adventures in the basement is Moonpir.
Hello.
Thank you for sticking around when we had an off week. We took a knee. I think it's called taking a bye week in sports, but I don't really know.
Yes, it is.
Let's say we had an XL floor, and we just skipped one of those guys. You know, we fought two bosses the last time, and you know, we're just Binding of Isaac. Anyway,
yeah. In this case, the bosses were your brother's wedding and Thanksgiving. So there you go.
Yeah,
it's
that's
even
true.
more appropriate.
See. Speaking of Thanksgiving, we had a Thanksgiving daily run on the day itself. That I started off pretty fun because I was like, oh, we have the piercing shots. You know, you have the feather on the top.
The Native American feather headband.
Yeah, and then...
But that's it, though? That's the only thing it gives you? It's like, come on.
Well, no, not for my run. For my run, the only items I was able to pick up on pedestals was lunch.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that because I did not make it far on Thanksgiving Day. I think I made it like a floor.
For me, I picked up there's options, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. Every time I beat a boss, I'm going to potentially get something really good because your default starting strength is pretty bad. And first floor, it gave me like lunch. So for anyone that doesn't remember what lunch looks like, it looks like a turkey leg. And something else. I picked up the something else. And then for the rest of the run, both items were lunch.
Oh, wow.
I was just like, I mean, I'm glad you guys thought of, you know, a great way to screw everyone on this one, but that's I wanted a good run.
So basically, the only way you can get your stats up on that is by being lucky enough to get a pill run, where you can get 100 pills. Yeah,
because shops were pretty much garbage too, so yeah. But other than that, I think that was the very first run I did when I got back, maybe.
No, it wasn't, because you started doing the runs on Tuesday.
Okay, so 2 days after.
Near enough.
Yeah, close enough. It was part of the week.
We had the Curse of Darkness, so you don't really realize how many days are going past.
Yeah, exactly. This week's runs were pretty okay, except for the run I totally biffed, where I think my score was 738.
Yep.
Is I explored the whole first floor, and I found the boss, and it's like, all right, I'm trying to focus on getting more exploration bonus. So I have a room up here I haven't been into. Let me go up there. It's just the first floor. Like, what could go wrong? Well, as Judas, so you only have one heart.
One heart.
I could run into 2 homing troll bombs, and of course one hit me, and 738 points was my score. I
think we mentioned this on Twitter. We've talked about this several times. I don't look at your scores before I do mine.
Right.
So all I get is a text notification. Usually it just says @Moonpir, and then it's a http:/image link here.
Right.
That day I received "Oh my God" in capital letters.
I was trying to communicate just like this thought of like, oh my God, just like, of course.
Yep.
Why not?
And I think I mentioned it to you on that day because I think I made it all the way to the end of that run, which surprised me.
I think you did. You got like 20,000 points, and I was like, okay, that looks like a good run.
But it was one of those things where it's like, as I was exploring the floors, because I'll usually get your notification before I've even started, especially during a weekday. I'm usually in work, so I'll have the entirety of the day to be thinking, what does this text message mean?
What does it mean?
It's like I've had some FFS ones from you, and you know, like, various.
This run is garbage, and you're just like, why?
Yep. Then when I got in, I actually, because I do the exploration, like it's the one thing I usually kill you on in all of the challenges. Yep. So as soon as I saw those 2 troll bombs, and literally I think I made it out by like 2 pixels, I avoided them. And then it was, oh, thank goodness. Oh, I bet you that's what the oh my God is about. I'll find out when I'm done.
Yeah. It would have been fine if it wasn't Judas. If it would have been anybody else, would have been fine.
The final tally for this week for the dailies as well, just for the record, for posterity's sake, is 6-2 because we had an extra day. Because we did Monday, Tuesday, skipped a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah,
and of course today's run is a normal mode Mega Satan run. Ta-da! I don't remember what killed me, but I missed boss rush by 7 minutes.
Oh wow!
And I missed the Hush fight by 4 minutes. It was a Lilith run, and it was not coming together at all.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think I got stomped like on the womb levels. I got stomped down really badly. So you still beat me today.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see your score after I've like done mine, and it's like, oh wait, you didn't get any rush bonuses. I should have taken today. This should have been my day.
Yeah, it's just one of those runs where you're on, you know, the second to last floor before Mom. You're just like, boy, I would love any upgrades whatsoever. Just, I'll even take speed at this point. I've got nothing.
Yeah, it did feel like a, pardon my paper rustles, it did feel a lot like a, you can have some range even though Lilith's range is already pretty good anyway.
Mm-hmm. Or like, you can have a bunch of health, and it's like, well, I don't really need that. I mean, Cambion Conception spawned for me, since I got hit so much, it spawned a Leech, which I'm an okay fan of Leech, you know, especially the health regen.
And the second one was the Dark Bomb.
Yeah, and the second one was Dark Bomb, and I was sort of like, okay, I guess. Like
yep.
I mean, I have nothing is dropping for me, so neither of these really benefit me too much.
Could have done with, I don't know, Little Incubus, or, you know, the...
Succubus, maybe?
A little Succubus, sorry.
Yeah.
And even the Incubus with the floating around and doing random ticks of damage, that would have been useful
Brimstone.
as well. Mm-hmm. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
The beam guy.
Yeah, the rest of the week was nothing crazy, I don't think.
No, not particularly. It was, in general, it was a very generic week, to be honest. It was, other than Thanksgiving, which I didn't even get far enough to make the lunch discovery. That tells you how good of a note to self, do the runs before dinner on big days like that.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's just Isaac Coma City.
Yep, it was a big mistake for me to actually try and do it after dinner.
Yeah.
Especially when literally all I want to do is roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
But yeah, nothing really special in the dailies. However, it has been 2 weeks, and Moonpir has made a fair bit of progress. I did just refer to myself in the third person.
That's alright. Boston doesn't mind.
I decided I'm going to go back, take a step back. Let's look at the base characters and see how I'm doing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac, I was missing a hard mode lamb run.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, so I did it, and I knocked it out in one run because
that's
I
one of
am
those
that
where you
good.
look at the post-it note and you're like, yeah, I can do this.
Yep. It's one of the things that I'm like, ooh, I really feel like I want to make progress. I just want that positivity for once. I can do that. That's easy. So I did. It was easy. I got a GD baby. A baby. Again. Jinx. And then I thought, well, who's next on the list? Well, it's Maggie. Of course it's Maggie. Yeah. I had done all of the upwards direction for her on hard mode.
Okay.
So I love the fact that I can just say upwards direction and you're like, okay, so that means...
Cathedral and chest.
Cathedral, chest. Done. There you go. I don't know how, but I'd already done Mega Satan with her. I don't know how I did it.
I bet that was one of those, like, you go to the chest and one of the first 4 chests was Dad's key, and it's like, okay, let's knock out both while we're here.
More than likely. And with her as well, I'd already done Hush on hard mode, but I hadn't even done Boss Rush with her.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, I could possibly do this. It's going to be, the Boss Rush is going to be the most difficult thing to do.
Or easy enough, but long, since her damage is usually pretty bad.
Yes. So I thought, let's give it a run, shall we? See how things go. I smashed it. Maggie's post-it note is now complete.
Nice.
I even did Hush for poops and giggles.
Yeah.
I just went in and did Hush on hard mode just for a laugh.
Just get some extra items.
Yeah. Those 4 chests and the 2 side doors really come in handy.
Yeah.
In doing so, I actually got Maggie's Faith, Colourful Baby, yay, Purity, And I have now completed Maggie's post-it note as well. So it's two of the starting characters' post-it notes completely finished.
Man. I actually found something interesting this week, or the last week, since we're talking about the original Binding of Isaac characters. Ed McMillan was talking about the 4 character classes in the Binding of Isaac prequel, The Legend of Bumbo. And the 4 character classes are based on...
the D&D characters.
Yeah, the D&D characters, fighter, cleric, sort of that sort of
Thief
stuff.
and mage, I think.
I think so, yeah. And he said, like the starting characters for Binding of Isaac. And I was like,
Yep, I had the exact same response, because I am now up to what I believe is the thief in Cain.
Yeah, probably.
High luck, low health.
Lockpick.
It's Cain in a nutshell. I didn't even think of that. I should have probably made that connection earlier.
I just made it right now. I was like, lockpick.
Yes. Then, I mean, Isaac's got to be the fighter.
I think so. He's your starter class. I always call him Binding of Isaac's Ryu. It's like, you just pick that guy. You haven't played this game before? Pick Isaac, pick Ryu,
Yeah, you'll get the hang of it soon enough.
Yeah.
I did do a couple of runs as Cain, but just constantly, I wasn't getting, funnily enough, the luck with the drops.
Yeah.
And it just ended up going south pretty much every time. Banged my head against Onan's streak, because for some reason I avoid all of the easy challenges and just do the hard ones.
Well, I mean, you go in order,
Yes, Onan's streak is the second to last. I have a lot between there and there that I need to actually do.
That's true. Have you tried the Guardian yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Should I... What's the Guardian again? I don't want to have to discover this one.
It's pretty straightforward. You start off with the whatever the black spear is. The one
it's like the reverse of Crack the Sky.
No, it's the one that you hold out in front of you, and it does like the smallest amount of damage if you poke enemies with it. I don't remember what it's called.
Is it the Spear of Destiny?
It might be. I'll pull up the cheat sheet here while we're talking. Spear. It is Spear of Destiny. You're right. Yeah. So it's that. It's the Trinity Shield, and something else, but also you have Isaac's Heart. And Isaac's Heart, I think, goes around Punching Bag. So you can't take damage at all, but you're babysitting this dummy that's wandering behind you the whole time, just walking into enemies and walking into stuff, and that's the thing that takes damage. So you have to be that thing's guardian. I
don't even know what Isaac's Heart does, to be completely honest.
Oh, so Isaac's Heart, it pulls your heart out of your body and it trails behind you like a familiar, and you don't take any more damage at all. But if something hits the heart right behind you, that thing takes damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a bit like the Lose Your Head, where the head can't take any damage, only the little feetsies can.
Right, exactly. But the benefit of it is your body can no longer take damage, no matter what you do to it.
So you could run onto spikes. You could do all that kind of... Well, yeah, you can run over spikes, period, now, because the heart floats.
Right. But the most important synergy is the one time the item is good is it's the Switchblade one. What is that item called? The
Switchblade.
Yeah, it's the one that we never use because it just there it is. Blood Rights.
Oh yeah, it's like a straight razor.
Yeah, and what it does is it hurts you to hurt enemies in the room. But since you can't get hurt anymore, it just hurts enemies, and basically you're just pulling the trigger and just...
Oh, wow.
Just destroying.
Okay,
but like
that...
A run like that is going to happen so rarely.
Yeah, it's like Bob. Like, the amount of time you've played this game, you've never once had Bob, right. And I've got him.
And most of the times, like, you don't want to pick up Blood Rights because it's not a good item by itself, and you sure as hell don't want to pick up Isaac's Heart because that, more often than not, is really going to screw up a run. So,
yeah,
like,
so
getting
then
both at the same time is sort of hard.
Yeah. That... no, thank you.
But when it happens... Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to try and keep an eye out on that. I might do some more experimenting with Isaac's Heart because I didn't know what it did, so I was always hesitant to pick it up.
Yeah.
Especially considering how many heart items there are. Like, is it Isaac's Heart that trails behind you? Is it Isaac's Heart that's the trinket that goes in the
right,
corner?
Is it less than 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many hearts.
A lot of times when I feel like messing around with stuff like that, I'll start an Eden run. Because, you know, if you just stick to the main path in the game, you can, 9 times out of 10, you can even take a bad run and make something happen. And a lot of times, I like doing Eden runs just as its own challenge mode, where it's like, cool,
yeah.
I have no health, nearly infinite range, and high tiers but no damage, and it started me off with Tier Detonator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if we can do this.
Yeah, sorry, I started laughing there because of the video we discussed 2 weeks ago. I'm having a really good Eden run. Like, it's the best streak ever. Yeah. Start, dead, gone.
Yeah, for me, Eden feels very much like someone dropping you out of a plane in the middle of the forest with just a cliff bar and like a pocket knife. It's just like, hey man, sort it out.
Yeah, and then occasionally you'll find that the cliff bar is actually a rocket launcher.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, just had a quick look here. 397 hours so far for me in this game.
Ooh, that's the good stuff.
Yep, and I am top of everybody on my friends list for all of the little stats.
Well, like, here's the other thing to keep in mind for people that are listening. You're not even done yet at 400 hours. You know, like, that's the value that is presented by Binding of Isaac is pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, would I love to buy the DLC for it.
God, if only. Oh, that's funny.
Yes, funny and sad. Apparently I've destroyed 11,000 poops. I love the fact that the Xbox
That's awesome.
takes track of that. But in the Maggie runs that I did, we did also happen to come across Moonpir's Build of the Week.
Moonpir's Build of the Week.
Yes, sponsored by Synergy.
Sponsored by The Binding of Isaac.
Sponsored by Patronus. Thank you, Patronus.
Yeah. Patreon.com/E1M1.
So this was actually my Maggie run, which is also the reason I felt confident enough to go and defeat Hush for fun. So again, same thing. Let's see if you can put the dots together as I list off the items.
My Isaac hat here.
Yes, it's funnily enough. I just realized we both need to get poop emoji hats.
We do. Crap.
Yes, literally.
Oh, ha! Hey. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop.
Okay, so rubber cement, nice and easy start.
I love it.
Handy.
Great item.
Rainbow cake.
Okay.
Deadeye.
Okay.
Okay, so you follow me here?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
This is where it's going to get a little bit weird. Mom's Eye.
I like Mom's Eye. All right.
Mm-hmm. Coal. That was just because I love the it's the fear effect that it does, I think.
Oh, the
lump of coal from Krampus.
Oh, okay, yeah. It doesn't do fear. You're thinking of the Devil Deal item that does fear shot. They look similar.
Yeah, that's the fist. I don't know what coal does. I just know it turns everything black.
Coal's a cool item that took me months to figure out what it does. The farther your tier travels, the stronger it gets.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the further back you are from an enemy, the more you're going to do damage.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Little Brimstone.
Okay. A fan favorite.
Polar Duplex.
Okay. I like Papula Duplex just because it's crazy.
Yep. And now things get a little crazy.
Oh.
Tiny Planet.
Tiny Planet plus Papula Duplex is pretty great.
It gets better.
Okay.
Brimstone.
Oh, God. Excuse me.
So when you have Tiny Planet, and my wife can vouch for this, I picked up Brimstone, and then the next item I picked up was going to be Tiny Planet. I stood still in the room, paused the game, and was thinking, is this gonna do what I hope it does, or is this gonna completely mess me up in a way I'm not expecting it to?
Right.
I'm
surprised you haven't picked up the 2 of those yet, but that is an awesome synergy.
Yes, because it turns out that I've just got a bunch of circle black beams that go across from me, hit the wall opposite me, and then bounce appropriately to come back across the other side. Thank you to Rubber Cement for that little feature. So, as we did last time I was discussing my build of the week, I did record a clip of this, and I will share it to our Twitter feed. So that you can see the bonkersness, which is me running around defeating the lamb and just waiting for it to go bright again so you can see the chaos.
Just an unstoppable juggernaut.
As soon as I got Brimstone, I thought I can't use this as my build of the week because Brimstone is just such a shortcut for those kind of things. But it was the synergy for Brimstone, the Rubber Cement, the Mom's Eye as well. Like, let's not forget about Mom's Eye in this thing, because I'm not only firing Brimstone out the front, I'm firing out the back as well, and it's bouncing off both walls and reflecting upwards. Like, it was just so fantastic. There was just black beams flying everywhere.
So good.
I really liked it.
As Moonpir's Build of the Week. Build of the Week.
Sponsored by Patreon.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's the last thing you did, because that's your sort of leaving them laughing on that one.
Oh yeah, that is pretty much like I didn't make any more progress. Didn't really do too many of the challenges because, to be honest, I wanted to take a break from that and go back to the post-it note hunting. And I apologize if you hear my cat scratching at the door.
I don't. I hear a dog barking, 2 blocks over. So. I actually didn't really play any, mostly because we were traveling, but also as you'll hear in this week's episode of TVGP, I was a super poop-socking Chaos Child because I thought it would be way shorter than it was, and it wasn't. So that left little time, my 2, if I'm lucky, 3 hours a day to play games. That left little time for anything else other than daily. So, but thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on this supersized edition, an XL floor edition of the Binding of Moonpir Boss and Rebirth. Thank you, as always, Moonpir, not Moonfear. It looks like a little fist. It's a devil deal. Yes. Thank you for joining me in our adventures in the basement.
And thank you for the invite again.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
And thank you for watching the video. And thank you for whoever's been hanging out with us live. Bye.
That might be me.
Probably.